Welcome to Marvelicious Toys. We bring you news and reviews of Marvel toys, statues, and more. Because not all Marvel collections can be bagged and boarded. They're not just toys, they're Marvelicious.
Then I ended up with 2 Absorbing Man torsos, because all these figures came with parts. And so the reason I'm ending up with the extra Jack-O-Lantern and the extra Beetle is because I have 2 Absorbing Mans, because he has a lot of interchangeable parts himself.
Oh yeah. Like you said, he comes with a bunch of different ways to pose him. If you collect the whole set, you get 4 different arms and 2 different heads.
Yeah, because Absorbing Man can absorb the properties of whatever he touches, so you get like a stone arm, a metal arm, like a wood or stone, brownstone arm, and then just a regular fleshy eye lift arm.
But the one thing that's missing here is, I would say, 1 extra just regular arm to have him not absorbing anything.
That is correct. He only has 1 normal arm, but he's Absorbing Man. I'm okay with it. And what I like is each of the arms has the texture of the material. So if you wanted 2 normal arms, you couldn't just repaint like wood arm here.
No, the closest you could get is maybe if you repainted the metal arm. That looks maybe the most normal. But even then, man, they've got some really good paint apps going on. This looks like worn metal.
Yeah, and they even gave it a different texture, which is the nice part. I mean, I like how the metal feels like it's burnished. And it looks like they've done it different ways up each arm, too. So it's not like they just had, like, 1 standard paint job or 1 standard deco they did. It was on his stone arm. It kind of goes up into his shoulder, too.
Now, his plain head is a little, I don't know, eggheadish, pinheadish?
Maybe, but you know what? I love this head. Because do you know who it looks like? And I mean, it's exactly right.
It's the guy that was in the original Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah, and he was in Weird Science.
Weird Science, you have a very lovely home.
He was in the Motley Crue video, smoking in the boys' room.
Yeah, like this is a dead-on likeness for him.
I would hate to lose my teaching job. It's him mixed with Sloth. Like, from Goonies, he's got 1 eye that's higher than the other. It's not as bad as Sloth, but yeah, you're right, though. This is the Hills Has Eyes guy. Just way bigger.
Yeah, it is a little conical, but man, I don't know. It works for me in that way. Mine has a couple little, like, if you look at it in the light, there's tiny marks in the back that's like stubble from where he shaved his head. I think it's molding lines, but it's really kind of weird.
But I expect him to look kind of weird because he's Absorbing Man. Like, he's not going to be, like, standard issue human. I imagine there's going to be some differentness there.
I think the eyes being different size isn't a sloth-like deformation so much as he's just giving you the, stink eye.
Yeah, it might just be an expression.
But I love his half-transformed head.
Yeah, that is amazing. I think that's really good. I like how he's screaming. Like it hurts.
Yeah, and his gold eye in there with the reflective paint, it makes him look more cyborg than absorbing, but it's awesome.
It's really cool.
Yeah, and, it's not just a repaint of the other head, like you said. It's just this time his mouth is open and everything, so it's completely a resculpt.
You know who else the non-absorbing head looks like? Bald Bull.
Yes.
From Night Court?
No,
yes.
From Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Oh, I was thinking from Night Court because it looks like Bull.
He does kind of look like Bull. Bald Bull.
Take away the mustache, it's got kind of that same pointed head and facial expression.
Can't remember how to beat him. Do you have to wait till he puts his arm up and then you punch him in the stomach?
You wait till he charges you and then you counterpunch.
All right, jeez, Pete. So let's look at the parts of this Absorbing Man. I'm looking at this and this torso looks familiar to me, and it took me a bit to figure it out, but it's the same body that Dormammu has under his armor. Because I remember, Arnie, you and I both kind of saw these veins on his chest and thought that was kind of a neat little detail to put in there.
Yeah, here, because he's flesh-colored, it's almost creepy.
Almost.
Because they just start and stop in weird places. It's not like they fade away, it's like they just stop.
Well, he also has some really weird musculature on his back, too. Like, I don't know anybody with muscles ridged like that. Like, if you look at his upper back, it almost looks reptilian.
Yeah.
That's not how muscles work. Those muscles would stretch long ways, not horizontally.
Well, and there also wouldn't be a big ditch where his spine is.
Right.
Well, this is because it all dates back to the Terex Legends figure.
Oh.
And so when dealing with him, this is the same Terex torso, hips, arms. It's new head, new legs, and then a belt.
Nice. Now, yeah, these legs are nice, big, panted legs, and for some reason, they went with ball hinged on the hips, and I don't know why they went this route. But even stranger is the way that these ball joints receive the legs are different on each leg. One has a skinny peg and one has a thicker peg. And I don't know if that was, I mean, who's getting left and right confused? Like it.
Shoes
Right.
are hard.
It took me a second. I always am very careful with that. Like, okay, is it that the pinky toe? I mean, he's got big club feet here.
Yeah.
It's a little bit difficult to tell at a glance. And it's not like I could say, hey, the hinges go on the inside, because there's hinges on both sides of the double jointed knee.
Very true, very true. But articulation wise, I mean, it works. You know, you can really get a lot of motion out of those ball hinged.
Mm-hmm.
And you got the double hinged knees, and he even has the Vonner ankles here, the vonkles, even though it's a little bit limited by the pant leg.
And he's no Hulkbuster, but he is bigger than even the Venom figure, which is pretty big. Venom only comes up to his chin, so you are getting a really sizable figure, which is what I think, you know, Build-A-Figures started by Toy Biz with Galactus and Sentinels, so you think big, and this guy is big. It's nice to get him in that scale, but that said, if he was a regular figure and we had him in Venom size, I don't think anybody would have complained that's out of scale.
No, and at this size, you know, he's kind of in that Wrecking Crew type of scale, maybe a little bit bigger.
If you're talking Wrecking Crew, there's one thing only that I don't like about this figure, and that's his weapon. He always has the trademark ball and chain. My God, couldn't they have brought back the Wrecking Ball one with that paint app? Because this thing just looks like a piece of toy that was left in a car window in the sun until it melted and then ended up with like a weird Death Star attached to some plastic.
This very much feels like a pre-kindergartner toy. You know, like they make like castles and medieval type of things.
Mm-hmm.
Safety first over sculpting and playability here.
Yeah. This was costing first. Like, we are going to make this the cheapest accessory. He comes with Spider-Gwen, who didn't come with a lot of hands and head. If you're pricing out per figure, I know they price per case, but still, you could have put a wash on this thing.
Yeah, it's bad.
I think I have no choice but to try to apply my very first paint wash on my second of these.
Yeah, just dip it in black paint and start wiping it away. You can't ruin it. I'll say that.
But look, the chain is articulated on the Wrecking Ball.
Ooh.
So there's that.
Okay, so as much as I dig this figure, and I'm glad we have him, here's a few things that I kind of wish, because we've seen Hasbro do it before. They kind of set the precedent here with Absorbing Man. Now, in the Marvel Universe line, we've gotten this figure 3 different times. We got him as completely normal, we got him as completely metal, and then we got him as partially changing. If I remember correctly, like half of his arm was kind of stone.
Uh-huh.
And maybe one of his legs was stone. So that's cool. We could have got a little bit of that. Or previously, the first time they did Absorbing Man in the Marvel Legends line, he had a nice brick pattern going on in one of his arms and part of his body.
I remember that figure.
And I would have liked this. I don't think, you know, a whole torso or even half the torso with brick, but like maybe one of the arms could have had a little bit of that brick just to kind of really sell it and bring it home.
Yeah, I agree. That said, thanks to eBay, all of those old figures are out there. They may be expensive, but they're out there. This gives us a different Absorbing Man, and I'm happy with more of the metal. Yeah, the brick would be cool. Now you've got me, but
Thanks, Justin.
Like I said, I'm not disappointed. I'm just saying, like, you know, they put the thought into the different types of arms and stuff like that. And I feel like the wood is cool. The metal's cool. Maybe just one other one. The rock is cool. I don't know which one of these I would take away in favor of it, but maybe not even a regular arm. I could do without one of the regular arms.
as somebody who started this review with, there's only one regular arm.
Because now I'm realizing I can steal regular arms from Odin if need be.
Oh, true. Still, I mean, nitpicks aside, I think this is a great figure. And you may want more, I think that's our nature, but other than the really miserable Wrecking Ball, I think this is really good. And the Wrecking Ball, that's easily replaced by the Wrecking Crews. They didn't have this bad a ball.
Well, and it'd be very easy just to make yourself one, too. You can go to the craft store and get something like that. They have foam balls, things like that. You can easily get a chain to attach to it. You could spray paint it a really good shiny silver. You can burnish it, make it kind of worn, whatever you want. That's a really easy accessory to make.
Yeah. Now, when you say the Wrecking Crew didn't have that accessory that bad, you just mean the paint job. Is it the same exact
same ball?
Okay, yeah.
I mean, just the paint job. That's all I'm complaining about is the paint job. It's the same thing. Although the paint job did hide how melted the joint looked. You know what I'm talking about? The joint where it comes from the ball and then hinges and then goes up. That hinge looks terrible here. And I didn't notice it with the other ones.
You're right. This is the first time I'm noticing it. It's like one of the links is melted into one above it somehow. Mm-hmm. Sad accessory.
Nothing a paint job can't fix. I'm looking at the original one, though. Yeah, this is exactly the same. It's just, what a difference a paint job makes.
Yeah, that original one was cast in like a black or darker gray and then used like a silver metallic paint wash over it. And that really works. Here it's just, like you said, flat, gray plastic.
And with that, we wrap up this wave.
Thanks for watching this video. You can see full episodes of Marvelicious Toys with more collecting news and reviews at marvelicioustoys.com. We also have thousands of toy and collectible photos in our photo gallery. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until next time, make mine Marvelicious.